It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Starting a business and growing a business is never easy, especially when you are in a competitive, very competitive market, by the way. And that's exactly what started when Honestly Phresh was first starting out. They had a question. Honestly Phresh was struggling. They said, we're a small brand. And as a small brand, how do we really compete? We are open to folks who want natural products. Got it. We have a brand now that doesn't have any baking soda inside of it, and we're ready to get started. And the founder at the time, Hilary Orr-McMahon, when she looks back, she tells the story of, you know what? In the early days, we were trying to get into Whole Foods, and we would go over and over again because that was our niche market, and Whole Foods wasn't responding. So we had to change our sales strategy. We started appealing to folks who weren't into healthy products per se, like at Target, Bath and Body, and so forth. But our sales strategies would save us. We got into Bath, Body, and Beyond, and then Target finally gave us a shot. They let us into like a number of Targets for 30 days, just as a program. And do you know when they first started, they was like, whoa, getting into Target was way different than getting to Whole Foods because it expanded their reach. Now, Hilary Orr-McMahon's sales strategy paid off. Not only did they end up landing inside of Whole Foods, but they also expanded permanently into Target. Their secret, a focused sales strategy on clean beauty, engaging products, and going beyond the niche. Now, this goes against the norm of everybody in marketing, right? They'll say, no, stay in your niche. No, they had their niche. They were expanding. So for businesses looking to aim to grow their revenue, grow their customer base, you've got to do three things to make that happen. And I think this is the clear takeaway for every CEO that's watching this morning that's in that same place. Number one, consistency and having a strong sales strategy. The consistency is making sure you're doing really, really well in the niche of folks that you're looking to serve. And then as you look to grow the revenue, that means get new clients, extend into other areas. You have to have a sales message that allows it to connect with the new target audience. So one of the things I learned from Honestly Phresh this morning was three things. Number one, despite setbacks, the site having a competitive market, you can still make it happen if you have a focused sales strategy. It can turn everything around. You got to have the message, obviously, but you put those two together, and I promise you, you'll see your sales go up, 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 and away. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. It is an honor and a privilege to be your host today. Thanks for inviting me into your living room, or probably right now on your phone, or maybe you listen to me while you're at the gym, or maybe you download the podcast. I want you to know that we appreciate you. We appreciate you showing up and being part of the CEO Sales Huddle. Allow us to be a part of what you're doing in your business so you can serve more people, have greater impact, and obviously have a profitable business. That's what this conversation is about. We like to start off every single morning the exact same way, and that is sharing our mantra. And for those folks that are out there, our mantra is focus on sales. Focus on sales. Focus on sales. I'm not saying sales is everything, but one thing I am saying, and we are very clear on, is if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. In fact, repeat that after me right now. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. And you've got to be asking the big why. It's because sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. So without sales, there's always more money going out than there is going in. Shay, what's the point you're trying to make here? The point I'm trying to make is that selling is serious business. Selling is serious business. As we get started this morning, it's one of the serious things that we're going to do. This is a serious conversation. Although we have fun at the CEO Sales Huddle and we change lives. So what do we do as a CEO? It's all about learn. It's about earn, and it's about return. Now, this is one of our pledges. So here's what we pledge. Go ahead and repeat after me. I have to learn something new as a CEO in order to earn new revenue from existing clients in order to get new and old clients to return. So I've got to learn, I've got to earn, and I got to return. Then you say, okay, we're here, Shay, short period of time, 15 minutes. What are our objectives? Like, okay, I show up. I'm here. What are we looking to accomplish? We have 3 objectives. Our number 1 objective is about sales progress. So every day we look forward to making progress in our sales. So we're going to look at that. We're going to have a whole review with the CEO sales dashboard. And I don't know if anywhere else on the planet that this happens. Then we're going to take a look at addressing any roadblocks that are out there. So I can't wait to address any of those roadblocks that are out there. And then last is about making sure we understand the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand in order to be successful. Those pillars are: 1, you must have a 1-page CEO sales plan. Number 2, you must have a sales message, which we talked about in the case study today. Number 3, which is doubly important, or to anyone watching, is number 3 is you must have a sales message, and then focus on your CEO sales dashboard. And then last, one of the 5 sales pillars is you've got to have a sales team. Even if you are the sales team this morning, you've got to have a sales team. So Shay, what are our outcomes? Why are we here every single morning? First, I want to welcome all of you who are here. For those folks that we're meeting for the very first time, do me a favor. Look right below the video. Put hashtag I'm here. So as a CEO, you're cool. I get it. You got a lot of responsibilities. I get it. But take a moment. Connect with other CEOs out there. Put hashtag I'm here. If you're watching the replay, because right now you're watching the replay, 8 a.m. doesn't work for you, put a hashtag replay. If you're on a platform and you're not on social media, you're watching on one of our on-demand streaming platforms like Apple TV or Roku or Amazon Fire, or maybe you're listening to the podcast right now like, Shay, I can't do that, but I love what I'm hearing. Then do me a favor. Drop me a note over at I am Che Brown. Now, I respond to every message. At I am Che Brown. When you drop me that note over at I am Che Brown, let's make sure we connect. Let's make sure we stay in this conversation over and beyond today, because the number 1 question I get asked is, why are we here? Why do we show up? What's going on? Well, the number 1 reason that we're here is CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs understand how to sell more faster. So no matter how great you are, no matter how good you are, I can always get better. And then our big why. Why do we do this? What is our big why? Our big why is all about sales growth. Got it, Shay. It's about being consistent. Got it, Shay. And at the end of the day, it's all about accountability. And you may have heard this before, and it's so true that we'll often do more for others than we'll do for ourselves. So all we ask for is 15 minutes a day. Isn't that kind of cool? 15 minutes a day. You think about it, there's 1,440 minutes in every single day. And all we're asking for in your case is 15 minutes of that day. And 15 minutes of that day represents 1% of the day. So you think about it. You're going to slow down for a moment. You're going to focus on 1% of your day as a CEO. And in doing so, you have a number 1 outcome. And your number 1 outcome is, how do I get to $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue? Let me say that again. $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. And this is over and beyond whatever you're earning today, because you're in this conversation and you're focusing on sales. Whoa, how does that feel? But there was a problem. And the number 1 problem a number of folks have is, Shay, how do I really get to $100,000? Like seriously, it sounds good. How do I get there? Well, when I was working with my private clients, and I would ask that question, they didn't have a tracking system just for the sales department. It wasn't a good thing. It wasn't a bad thing. It was just something that they just hadn't done. They've got KPIs in other areas of the business. Some of them, not all, but some of them did. And I said, well, there's only 5 pillars that we really need to focus on. I said, we focus on these 5 pillars. These 5 metrics will get us to $100,000, because we have a philosophy. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. So 5 areas are leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. And then that became our CEO sales dashboard. And inside the CEO sales dashboard, once we created that, it created a breakthrough for many of our clients that are out there. Now, if you haven't downloaded the CEO dashboard, you can see it here. You can go ahead and download the CEO sales dashboard. Go over to www.ceosalesdashboard.com. And we always slow down. And we take, maybe a minute or 2 in this 15-minute segment that we have, and we focus on this. Now, again, as a CEO for the sales department, this is the philosophy. It's a principle we stand on. Principles always work, whether you use it or not. And that is what gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. So I want you to go in right now, download it. It's an Excel sheet. You can customize it. Go to www.ceosalesdashboard.com. Once you download it, open it up. Go all the way across the top and find today's date. Once you find today's date, I want you to come down. And yeah, there's leads. You might put in your CRM how many leads came in yesterday, how many appointments were set yesterday. You can see the categories and you can customize it to make it like really special for just your high-end products or the products you sell the most, the 80-20 rule. But I want to draw your attention to one area this morning, which is offers. And you think about it, how many offers did the sales department make yesterday? An offer means that they ask someone to take the next step, to give a credit card, to sign the contract. And then how many offers were made yesterday? And then the day before yesterday? And then how many offers were made over the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Now, here's what we know. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. So now we're going to just measure just the offers that we're making. Now, you might say, Shay, I'm really good at getting leads. I see the lead numbers there. I see we're qualifying some folks, but really we're not making any offers. It doesn't matter. Wherever you are on the track, it doesn't matter. Here's what we want to do. Let's take a close look at just offers. And we're going to break it down into 3 categories. Now, you can expand this. You can customize this. But number one, how many offers were made yesterday for your company to solve a problem? This is what your sales department did. And you said, okay, we can solve this problem, and you're welcome to pay by credit card. I mean, it's not a bad idea, by the way. Or in many cases, how many deals were done yesterday, and you asked the person maybe to sign a contract. Maybe as you're listening right now, say, I didn't ask them to sign a contract, but I did ask them to take the next step. I said, let's meet. Let's get together. Let's follow up so we can go deeper. You know, oftentimes it comes back to just the number of offers we're making to the right people to have the right problem. We did a whole case study on that, and they had to expand outside their niche. Isn't that kind of interesting? So take a look at where you are. And then there's deals and there's repeat business, but just wanted to take a moment to slow down and talk about that. And this is not a beat me up session. This is all about celebrating wins. One of our segments that I love is we have a philosophy, and our philosophy here is, and it's very important to me, powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer focus, another principle. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So I want you to celebrate some wins. What are you most proud of in the sales department yesterday? What was the biggest accomplishment you had in the sales department yesterday? And if you can go back and just brag on the sales department yesterday, I'm not asking you to brag on anything else. I'm just asking you to look at the sales department and say, in the sales department yesterday, Shay, this is what I'm want to brag about. Maybe it was a collaboration. Maybe they set up an appointment for referrals. Maybe there was a breakthrough and you was able to get into a whole nother area. Here's what we do know. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better, but we're not going to stop there. We're going to say, you know what? There's some challenges. The case study this morning showed us challenges that exist out there. So let's look at some challenges. What are some hurdles? One of the hurdles is in your business. 3 questions. Powerful people ask powerful questions. Number 1, what was your biggest roadblock yesterday? Again, this is not a beat me up session. This is just us coming together. What is preventing you today? So you already know what's going to happen today. You're the CEO, right? You're the head honcho in the company. So what's preventing you from moving forward today in the business? Powerful people ask powerful questions. And then number 3, my favorite, is what's the one thing that you can do? It's on you. You're the CEO. You can allocate the sales people to the sales department as the CEO. Even if you're the number 1 CEO, you're the number 1 salesperson, you can allocate the sales processes. You make that decision as a CEO. We all do. And more importantly, as the CEO, and again, the question, I love the question, what's one thing you can do? It might be small, but you can do it. It's in your power. You allocate the resources. And my message of today really is do small things well, get big results. I want to bring that back to you. Sometimes we're doing something that's so small, we think, it's no big deal. But you think about it. If you take a small step today and a small step tomorrow and you're making progress, I know it's been said before, but I think it's so true as a CEO. When you slow down, you're able to speed up. Small hinges swing really big doors. Isn't that amazing? And so in your business, what's the one thing you can do? Focus on that. And when you do that, that's my message of the day. You will see your sales go up. With that being said, for those folks that are connected for the very first time, if we haven't already connected, make sure you head it over to @IamCheBrown, @IamCheBrown. Let's connect. I know one thing, we'll be here tomorrow. You are an amazing CEO. You're incredible. Drop a note below. Look right below the video and put #I'm here. If you're on one of the social media platforms, you can do that. Put #I'm here. If you're watching the replay, put #replay. I want you to know I believe in you. You're incredible. And as the CEO, you're making an impact, you're changing lives, and you're making this world a better place. Keep doing what you're doing. God bless. Keep doing God's work. And I'll see you, well, on the other side. I'm out. Peace. Till tomorrow.